Hello and welcome to the HydroHomey live demo. So we were aware of the fact that we are in a hydration crisis. 75% of Americans are actually dehydrated and only have about 2.5 cups of water to drink per day. So we came up with a solution to that, which we call the HydroHomey. So here is what our demo of the HydroHomey looks like. Some features that it will have is that it will be able to test the drinker's hydration level and let the drinker know if they're dehydrated or not. It will also be able to test the water quality of the water inside the bottle, as well as showing water quality of water in various testing sites around the user. The drinker will also have access to the location of the closest public drinking water fountains as well, and a map that shows how far you are from those stations. And now Myles will show us a little bit about the app.
So when using the app, first you have to connect to the bottle by clicking the connect button. And it looks for the bottle and then says that the bottle is connected. So on the bottom left, we have different information about the water in your bottle and the water around you. So first we're going to click this button and get the chlorine of the water source around us. So it says the nearest water source has a chlorine of 0.34 milligrams, which is pretty good. Next, we're going to look at the pH value of the water in the bottle, and it shows that we have a pH value of 7.4. Next, we're going to look at the turbidity of the water in the bottle versus the turbidity of the nearest water source. So we click this turbidity button, and it shows that the water in the bottle is cloudier than the water in the nearest water source, and it recommends to go to the nearest fountain. Then finally, we have the hydration level. So I'm going to point the camera at Krishan, and he's going to show us how the hydration level sensor works.
So we are using a humidity and temperature sensor within this tube to measure the drinker's hydration level. And the way it does this is the drinker will have to blow into this tube and it'll measure the humidity of the breath. And I will breathe one time into this tube to calibrate the hydration level, and then each subsequent breath into this tube will measure if I'm hydrated or not. And this was done using data we found on published journal articles about relative humidity measurements. So I'll start breathing into this tube, and Myles will click the hydration level button on the app.
It's currently calibrating. And now the sensor has been calibrated. So the next time he blows into the tube, he's blowing in the tube right now, it's going to show that he is hydrated.
And if I weren't to blow in the tube and we were just to measure just the air around it, which would obviously be less humid, it should show that I'm dehydrated.
So this is measuring him without blowing on the tube. And it shows that he is dehydrated and needs to drink a lot more water. So we also have voice commands that can be used. For the sake of time, I'm going to only do the turbidity voice command.
Recording.
Show me the turbidity.
Got it. You said, show me the turbidity. The surrounding water is clearer than your water by 80.39 ppm. Go to the nearest fountain.
So it's telling us to go to the nearest fountain. So we can click on the map button, and then the green dot shows us our current location. If I zoom in, it's going to show us that we are currently on the Columbia campus in the Mud Building. So I'm going to zoom out and then click the nearest fountains button, which is going to show us the 10 nearest fountains. So these are all the nearest fountains. You can click on the fountain and it tells you the turbidity level and the chlorine level. So in the previous screen, all of our water source readings were from this fountain. And you can see that there's other fountains that have clearer water, some that have, I guess these are from the same location. And the way that we got this information are two different APIs, one that had the location of the water fountains and one that had the water quality tested near or at the fountain. And When you're done, you can disconnect the bottle and it resets the screen.
Thank you for sitting through our demo, and check out the Hydro Homie coming to you soon.
Cool.